Condemnation after a shooting directed at the U.S. consulate in Toronto. Now Ontario Premier Doug Ford says he believes he knows who is behind the incident, pointing to foreign influence.
This is just me speaking. I believe there's sleeper cells all over the world, as we know. They're in the U.S., they're in Canada here, and we have to weed these people out and hold them accountable.
That statement challenged by the RCMP.
I don't have any information to provide at this time on any sleeper cells that may or may not exist in Canada. Suffice to say that our CSIS counterparts and the INSETs across the country are actively investigating matters such as this, and we will continue to do so.
This comes one day after Conservatives called out the Liberal government for lack of progress in catching Iranian regime officials in Canada. The Conservatives allege it's as many as 700, but that number hasn't been verified.
It's impossible at this point to determine exactly who's behind these. Certainly Iran would be one of the candidates that would be high on my list. But without further information, you simply cannot point the finger and say definitively that was an Iranian attack versus that is an attack by somebody else with another agenda to try and fulfill.
Former CSIS analyst Phil Gursky says there are Iranian agents in Canada, but part of the problem is the regime's known to employ cutouts, individuals who may be hired for a single job or not know they're working for Iran. Gursky says Iran has been known to employ Hells Angels in the United States. The federal government is working with local police.
It's extremely concerning. We convened the incident response group on the weekend because of the situation in Iran, but also to ensure that all forces and resources of the federal government are cooperating with local police and provincial police, obviously with respect to the shootings at the synagogues.
But the federal government's response appears to be satisfying nobody in the official opposition.
Canadian officials say they can't deport these terrorists because they can claim asylum, there are no flights to Iran, and their privacy must be protected. Thoughts and prayers are not going to cut it, Mr. Speaker.
We are working to ensure that those who are inadmissible in Canada are removed, and we've already started the process. One has already been removed, Mr. Speaker.
In a statement to City News, a spokesperson for the public safety minister says, in part, law enforcement and national security agencies are actively investigating crimes of extortion and transnational repression all across the country, using all available tools under the criminal code to detect, disrupt, and hold accountable those who would threaten or harm people in Canada. In Ottawa, Shaoli Lee, City News.